Hi everybody. Just want to check you can see and hear me. If anyone can hear me, just let me know. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah.
Just doesn't know if it shows up.
Should be here.
Someone's
Columns in here. Hope people can hear us.
who's in the comments.
Huh?
Who's in the comments?
That's the empty here.
If you don't know if it makes someone like the video, so
Is it?
it's happening anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
This probably takes a bit of a delay. Hi guys, if you can hear me, just let me know, please.
Susan was really
Huh?
was from Glasgow.
How come it's not coming up here?
I don't know, there's people saying bus from
Is there?
yeah, from Australia, Glasgow, from Taylor.
Hi all, can you hear me? Somebody just let me know if you can hear me. Great.
Yeah, this is
Okay, great. So I think we're just at just 5 o'clock. Connor, you just watch there and see if there's any comments from you. Okay, so it's just 5 o'clock, so we're just going to start. So I just wanted to say I'm very happy to be here tonight, giving a class on karate at home. I think it's a fantastic platform. I'm here with my son Connor, who's a first Q, who's been training with me for the last year at home. We do Zoom classes for our own club and for our students. I'm delighted to be able to do this class, and I want to thank Martin Sensei and Nadia Sensei for all the work they're doing on karate at home. I never realized how much work they were doing until they asked me to do the class, and I saw all of the things they have to do with bios and photos and events, and it must be like a full-time job. So delighted to do the class, and I'm going to start in a minute. So it's Friday evening, everyone's just finished work, hopefully. You're going to relax for the weekend, so just relax, try and enjoy the class. I'm going to do a little bit of a warm-up. We'll do a little bit of footwork to get started, just to get the major muscle groups warmed up. And then I'm going to focus a little bit on hip and shoulder movement and coordination. And then we'll do a little bit of a few combinations, maybe a little bit of kumite practice at the end if we have time. Okay, great. So we just start off, we just bow in, show many, great. And then just to each other. Otagaini, great. Okay, so just jump. Just a little bit, just try and warm up the body, swing your arms a little. Arm behind. Arm just twist side to side. And then bring your feet into your knees. And twist. And knees up. And then just kick back. And then just back and forward. And change to the side. And twist again. Okay, just do a quick stretch up. This left, right, up, stretch all here, other side. Good, and relax. Just your hands under, and open. Okay, so I just want to warm up your shoulder. So we're just going to do Yakizuki, Soto-uki, same hand. Gedamrai, Uchi-uki. Switch. Yakizuki, Soto-uki, Gedamrai, Uchi-uki. Ich, ni, san, shi. Ich, ni, san, shi. Just make big movement on your shoulder. Ich, ni, san, shi. Ich, ni, san, shi. Ich, ni, san, shi. Ich, ni, san, shi. Okay. So that gets all your rotator cuffs warmed up. Okay, just with our knees now. Just going to warm up our hips, the major muscle groups in our hips. So bring your knee up straight and then out to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, look, chich, ach, go, ju. Okay, so now bring your knee from the outside in. So ich, ni, san, shi, go, look, chich, ach, go, ju. And twist. Okay, so now I want you just to sit, shikodachi, feet out 45 degrees, sitting like a sumo. Okay, don't feel like a sumo, don't look like a sumo, feel like a sumo. Okay, so now I want to bring your feet in a bit narrower and try and sit down. Try and keep your knees out and just drop your groin. And from there, stretch up. So stretch your hamstrings, the back of your legs, and then squat down again. And stretch up again. Okay, so that's just a very quick stretch. So now just to get our heart rate going a little bit. So I want you to put your left leg forward and your left hand forward. And what I want you to pull your left leg back, pull your right hand back, and then step forward with your right hand, okay? So we're not doing a big long stance, very short stance. This is just a footwork, a rhythm kind of exercise, okay? So now pull your right hand back, step forward with your left. Right, left, okay? So it's a rhythm we're looking for. So you pull this one back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, look, chich, ach, go, ju, and your neck. And just twist your hips. So I'm just trying to get used to Facebook Live. I'm very used to doing Zoom classes, but just trying to get used to Facebook Live. I think there's about a 20-second, 30-second delay between what I'm saying and what you're seeing, so just bear with me. Okay, so we're going to try that again. And one of the things I want you to do is, so when you step forward with your foot and your hand, I want you to get them to try and land at the same time, okay? And I want you to feel like you're putting all of your weight into your hand as your left foot lands, okay? So as we change, it's land, land, land. So if we're doing on the Makiwara, it's land, 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 land. Okay? So get that movement. So we're going to do, I don't know, we'll keep going for a minute. Get everybody's heart rate up. And then we slow down a bit again, okay? Okay, so start with your left leg out. So we're going to move. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, look, chich, ach, ku, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, look, chich, ach, ku, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, look, chich, ach, ku, ju. And relax. Good. Listen. Okay, so that foot movement, it's a good switching foot movement to allow you to block and counter. Okay? So Connor's doing with me. And he punches the Yakizuki. Come on, okay? And then he punches the other hand. 2, okay? So we're changing leg and foot. Bang, bang. So try and get a rhythm where you feel it's one bump, tan 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 tan, and we'll build it up, okay? So probably try and do about 30, if you can. If it's too fast for you, slow it down. Do 1 for every 2 counts, okay? Okay. So ready, left leg, left hand forward. Okay, each, knee, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hach, ku, ju, each, knee, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hach, ku, ju, each, knee, san, shi, go, rock, chich, hach, ku, ju. And you're ready. And now relax this. Okay, and just stretch up. Open. And relax. Up. Open. And relax. Up. Open. And relax. I'm just going to check the comments to make sure people are still with us. Okay, I think there's still a few people there. Okay, hello India. There's a lot of people from India. It's good. Okay, so now I just want to stretch it a little bit. Now that our heart rate's up a little bit, I just want to do a few squats, okay? So I want to warm up our quads and our glutes, okay? So, just stand with your feet shigurach. Okay, slightly out. And we're going to sit back, bend your knees, let your bum go back, keep your back straight, and keep your knees where they are, okay? So just 10 squats, just to warm up the muscles. Each, knee, san, chi, go, ruk, chich, ach, ku, ju, and twist. Good. Okay, then just bend your knees back and forward a little bit. Small circles. And shake it out. Okay, so we're going to try and warm up our quads or our hamstring a little. Okay? And then we do a few migraines. So what I want you to do is make a very short stance. And I want you to bring your heel of your right foot up to your glute. Okay? Okay, so just 10 times. So keep your knee pointing down and just try and squeeze your hamstring and just bring your knee up. Okay? Each, knee, san, shi, go, ruk, chich, ach, ku, ju. Change other side. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ruk, chich, ach, ku, ju. Good, and just stretch. Bend your knees and relax. Okay, so now we're going to do what we're all very used to, which is lifting our knee and trying to keep our heel into our hamstring or into our glute, okay? So, again, don't make a big long stance for the moment, just a kind of short stance, okay? So all I want you to do is think, kick here, 1, and then kick and lift your knee at the same time, up and down, okay? So it stops you just letting your foot try it out for a migraine, okay? But you don't let it do a migraine like this, like a football kick, okay? So you want to curl it and then let it go out, okay? The other thing I'd say is try and keep your back straight. Try and pick a point high up on the wall, okay? Pick a point that's up high, so when you kick, you don't do this, or you don't look down. So keep good posture. Nice and straight. So kick back and then let your foot go out. About 10 times. Not too hard. You're just warming up, okay? Each, knee, san, chi, go, ruk, chich, ach, ku, ju. Good, change. Okay, so just like that. You're just letting your foot go out and back. So snap out, snap back, okay? Okay, again. So remember, first movement here, Then as you do that, lift your knee and snap. Keep your head up. Okay, each, knee, snap, cheek, go, look, cheek, arch, through, two, and relax. Good. Okay, so we're based in Dublin, in Ireland, and we have a club of about 25 members. St. Bridget's Karate Club is the name of the club, and we've been training on Zoom for the last year, since March of last year. Just stretch while we're talking. And we had about 2 months in Ireland last year where we could go back to the dojo in June and July, August. And since then, the dojo's been closed, so we've been training on Zoom, or of course on karate at home. So I found karate at home fantastic. Some great instructors, super for my own personal training. So we've had great access to a variety of international instructors, which is great, from all associations. So, okay, so from here, just turn to your right. And just try and stretch your hip flexor and your hamstring of your right side, okay? And back into knee stretch. And change over. And we're going to turn again on the instep of my back foot and stretch. So stretching your hip flexor and your hamstring of your left foot, or your left leg. Okay, from here, just come up straight and just stretch front. So hopefully everyone's broken a sweat at this stage. I know I have. Okay, stretch left and right and center. And just try and stretch it out a little bit more. So I like kicking, but I don't like stretching. So it's not a good mix. Okay, left side, right side, and center. Okay, and in. Slowly up and twist. Let's check if it's still there. Okay, so I just want to do another little exercise, a warm-up exercise, more for around your quads, around your knees. Just a few more squats, okay? And then we're not going to do any more squats or conditioning kind of stuff, okay? We're just going to do a few kicking combinations after this. Okay, so just put your feet together, heels together. So with that, put your hands out. And all I want you to do is bend your knees and go on the balls of your foot. And then I want you to push up, okay? So just focus on pushing straight up. Each. Okay, so breathe in when we go down. In and out as you go. Okay, so I want you to keep your back straight when we go down. Each. And then push straight up. So you're pushing down with your stomach as you breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And your leg. Good. Okay, just stretch your quad. So grab your left leg with your right hand. So keep your knee down. And what you're trying to do is push your left hip forward to feel the stretch in your quad. Okay, change. Other side. So again, don't pull your knee, push your hip forward and feel the stretch in your quad. Okay, change. And change again. Last time. Okay, so from here, just stretch up. And relax. Okay, again. Up. And relax. Good. Okay, so we're just going to do another little bit of migraine, okay? And one of the things I like to focus on when I'm talking about doing migraine is when to snap your hip in. and put it back. So I was watching Dimitri Osaka Sensei gave a class a couple of weeks ago, and he showed a really simple exercise for trying to control your hara, or to pull in your tandem when you're doing exercise and get a bit of kime and focus down here. So we just do that for 1 second. So just stand sideways, stand nice and straight, just lean your stomach forward and keep your head and your shoulders back, okay? And then what I want you to do is to squeeze this as you pull your hips back. 1, okay? Again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Okay, so what we were doing with my girl a minute ago. So we were kicking here, lifting, and snapping. So a lot of people I see, they kick my girl, and they actually thrust their body forward, or let their hips go forward before they've actually snapped their knee. So they kick kind of my girl like this. So they start to topple backwards. So most of their body weight is going backwards as they kick. So what I try to do is keep my shoulder and my hip aligned for as long as I can. So until I get to about here, so my shoulder and hip are aligned, and then as my foot goes out, then I want to trust my body at the very last second, okay? So to practice that, I want you to try and kick my girl just about your own hip height, okay? So I usually try to do it on the back, and I just try to kick very low on the back. Okay? So I'm only literally trying to get a short, sharp jab from my stomach as my foot goes out. Okay? So it's not a big long stretch my girl. It's just that focus, 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 focus from here at the very end of the technique, or when I'm making contact. Okay? So just try that. We do about 20, okay? 10 on each side. Okay, ready? So again, don't kick any higher than your own groin, and only snap in your hip at the end, okay? And try and keep your back straight, your torso straight. Okay, ready? Each, knee, tam, chi, go, rook, chich, hach, ku, ju. Each, knee, tam, chi, go, rook, chich, hach, ku, ju. Okay, so if I just do it on Connor, just come on. So what I'm trying to do is get to here and only hit him at the end, okay? So I don't need a load of power back here, a load of tension that I'm going to kick him. I just need to keep this nice and relaxed, bring my foot up, and it's only at the end, that point, where I hit him, okay? Because it's okay, he's my son. Okay, so we try that again. Okay, so keep it relaxed. Don't tense up your shoulders. Don't get all stressed out. Just keep kicking, okay? And only use that hip movement at the end of your technique, okay? Okay, ready? Here we go, just 20. So you can start in a stance. You can start with your feet like this. I usually start in a stance, and then when I do high reps, I just put my feet down beside each other. Okay, ready? Each, knee, tam, chi, go, rook, chich, hach, ku, ju, each, knee, tam, chi, go, rook, chich, hach, ku, ju, each, knee, tam, chi, go, rook, chich, hach, ku, ju. Yummy. Good, and relax. So, one of the best courses I was ever at, Sensei Kawa's always had a course in Windsor, in the UK, and one of the guest instructors was Naka Sensei, and we were all training really, really hard. It was the 3rd to 5th dan class, and Sensei Naka had us going from one end of the dojo to the other, fast as we could, 100%, no rest, and we all did it very tense, very strong, and at the end he said, "Do you guys not like karate?" And we went, "Why?" And he goes, "Because you all go around very serious looking." So he said, "Try and do it with a smile on your face. If you love it, then you should enjoy it." So that's why I try and smile. When I've done something hard or a bit repetitive, I always try and smile. It keeps me more relaxed, okay? Okay, good. So we've done a little bit of Maigari. Now we're going to do Maigari Yokigari, okay? So Maigiri off our back leg, Yokigiri off our front leg, okay? With a little bit of foot movement. So, I'll do it sideways to start. So, you can tell this is my left side, obviously, because I have the badge on this side. So, I've got my left leg forward. So, I'm just going to kick Maigiri and back, okay? So, do it from kind of a freestyle come up, okay? So, again, we're going to do the same again. This movement, lift the knee, snap and back, okay? That's movement 1. Movement 2 is bring your back leg in, under your center of gravity. And then we're going to stretch out our front leg and do Yokigiri Kikomi. And bring our foot back down and step back, okay? So hopefully you can see me. Sorry, Conor, I don't switch this back. Okay, so we do it again. So our left leg's forward, we're going to kick Maigiri. So remember, don't kick Maigiri like this where you lose everything. Keep your body straight, kick Maigiri back, okay? Now back leg in, under our center of gravity here. And then we're just going to kick Yokigiri Kikomi. And back, and down, and step back, okay? So Maigiri off the back leg, Yokigiri Kikomi off the front leg, okay? With a foot movement. So Maigiri, no foot movement. Yokigiri, back leg in, stretch back, down, okay? Okay, one more, slow. Maigiri, back leg in, Kikomi, back, and down, okay? Hopefully everyone has that. Okay, so we try that. So we try that a bit. We do 5 times medium pace, just to get the feel for it. But then we speed it up and do 5 times fast, okay? So the bit I want you to focus on is, don't overdo it on the Maigiri, where you're falling backwards. Keep your posture, keep Maigiri. And then for Yokigiri, try and keep it here for as long as you can to do Kikomi, okay? The back and down. So you're stepping up, Kikomi, back, down, okay? Okay, so 5 times, okay? 1 count, 2 kicks. Each. Knee. San. Chi. Go. And good. Just stretch a little. So anything that's a little bit tense or tight, just give it a little stretch there for yourself, just for a second. Okay, so now we try and do 5 fast, okay? So fast as you can, okay? Doesn't matter what pace anyone else is doing. Try and keep up with the count, but if you can't, break it into 5 counts yourself and try and do it at your own pace, but try and give it 80-90%. Don't do 100%, but 80-90 will do, okay? Okay, ready? Come on. 5 times each. Knee. San. Chi. Go. Another 5 each. Knee. San. Chi. Go. Okay. Anyame. Analyze. Let's. Okay, so just stretch out again a little bit. We'll do the other side now in a second. Okay, just stretch front. And squat down again. So try and keep your knees out. Stretch up. And down. And just spread your legs as wide as you can. Switch left. And right. And sit. Okay, come in. Up and twist. Good. Okay. I think everyone's still there. Okay, so we try the other leg now. So we put our right leg forward. So we're kicking Maigiri. So let's do it again. Kick Maigiri. And then left leg comes in under our center of gravity and kick Yokigiri. And back and down. Okay? So Maigiri, in, Yokigiri, back, down. Okay? Alright. We try that 5 times, slow, and then somewhere between 5 and 10 fast, okay? Depending on how we feel. Okay? Okay, ready? Come on. Each. Knee. San. Chi. Go. And yummy. So that was our medium pace, I think. Okay. Okay, ready again? We do 10. Okay, 10 times. Okay, so right leg forward. Here. Each. Knee. San. Chi. Go. Look. Teach. Hatch. Good. Last one. 2. 8. And yummy. And then relax. Good. Okay, take a break, get some water. Listen. You got your water? That's good. So I'm out of breath. I hope you are too. Okay. So now we're going to very last kicking technique. So now we're going to add my washi-giri in. Okay? So we're going to do my giri off the back leg, yoki-giri off the front leg, and then we're going to switch legs and do my washi-giri. Okay? So I'll just show you slowly. So I'll do it on my left leg forward first. So I'm going to kick my giri each. Bring my back leg in, yoki-giri like we just did. Put my foot down, back, and then I'm going to pull this front leg back, and I'm going to switch my hips and do my washi-giri. Okay? So my giri off your front leg, off your back leg, yoki-giri off your front leg, and then switch from washi-giri. Okay? We do it 3 times slowly. 1 count, 1 kick. Okay? Hopefully everybody will be very happy with it at that stage, or you understand. Okay? Okay, so ready again. My giri, hitch, and back. Okay? Now we're going to bring our back leg in. So we're not going to try and move our upper body at all. We're going to sneak this one in, and then yoki-giri. And back, that same position of back. And now what we're going to do, we're going to pull this front leg back, okay? So it's like we're too close to doing washi-giri. So we pull this one back and switch our hips and kick washi-giri. So it doesn't matter what height you do these at, okay? You can kick knee height, hip height, chest height, head height, whatever you're capable of doing, okay? Okay, so we do it again. My giri. Yoki-giri. In, yoki-giri, back, down. Now switch the front leg. Washi-giri. Okay? And just make sure when you're doing washi-giri, it's going that way, okay? So if you're here and you're kicking washi-giri, don't kick the distance, okay? Try and kick that it's coming around this way. More washi-giri, right? So it's roundhouse. So around this way, okay? I'm not saying my kicks are good, but I'm just saying that's the direction you want to go, okay? So just for Connor, I'll just show you once. So just change leg. So what I'm trying to work on here, just take your hands out. You can keep them up, okay? So I'm trying to kick him my giri, okay? So I'm in good distance from my giri. Now yoki-giri, if I try to keep yoki-giri off the back leg, I can't get him, he's too far away, okay? So I need to bring my back leg in to allow me to do yoki-giri, okay? I'll bring it back, and then I'm probably a bit too close for my washi-giri now. So I'm going to pull this leg and kick him a washi, okay? So you just try it with me. So he's going to kick with his, he's going to kick my giri on target and back. Now he's going to bring his back leg in, kick Yakizuki, and he's just about at the right distance, okay? He's going to bring his foot back, and then he's going to pull his front leg back and kick me washi. Go. Good. Okay? So what goes around comes around, okay? He gets me back, okay? Okay, so that's what we're going to do with 3 kicks. So no change to what you did a minute ago, the first 2. All you're doing now is pulling the front leg back to let you do more washi, okay? Okay, we do 5 on this leg, 5 on the other leg, and then we're going to move on. I want to do something else, okay? Okay, everybody ready? Left leg forward. So kick my giri, ich. Yoga giri, knee. Pull back, washi giri, sound. Arm back. Ich. Knee. Sound. Ich. Knee. Sound. Ich. Knee. Sound. 2 more. Ich. Knee. Sound. Ich. Knee. Sound. And you're in. Relax. Okay, just stretch, take a break for a second, we do the other side. Okay, so we move on. Do the other leg. Let me make sure you're all here. John Richardson, he's training hard enough, he's trying hard. Some great comments there, guys. Thanks. Okay, ready? So right leg forward this time, okay? We're starting with our left. So my giri, H. Yoki giri, knee. Switch, washi giri. And again, my giri with our left. Yoki giri. Switch. My giri. Yoki giri. Switch. My giri. Yoki giri. Switch. Last one. My giri. Yoki giri. Switch. Anyame. Just. Okay, have a quick drink of water. That's So, I don't have great flexibility. I have very tight hips, hamstrings, but I still like kicking. So, we have to train at the things we're not naturally good at, I think, right? So, I normally prefer to punch, but I like to try to kick every now and then. Okay. Okay, so we're going to slow it down now a little bit, okay? Let everyone get a bit of a breather. But I still want you to kind of focus on squeezing certain muscle groups as opposed to doing things really, really fast, okay? Okay. So what we're going to do is just ask everyone to put their hands together, okay? Tips of their fingers together. And what I want you to do is imagine somebody just dropped you from 2 foot height, okay? And you land. So you're in a natural stance, okay? So your feet aren't overly turned in, they're not overly turned out. You're just standing nice and naturally, okay? So what I want you to do now is I want you to think of the outside of the blades of your feet, okay? So raise your instep a slight bit, okay? And try and push your weight to the outside of your feet, okay? And at the same time, what I want you to do is bring your knees in and then bring them out, okay? And try and pull your quad muscles back, okay? So these muscles, instead of letting everything fall in, pull it out, okay? At the same time, squeeze your glutes or your bum muscles a little bit, open out your hips, pull your shoulders back, and stretch your head up nice and tall, right? So you should have a very straight posture, okay? And you should feel very good, okay? So I spend nearly all day at a desk. I'm sitting like this. My knees are in, my hips are in, my shoulders are in. And then I go and do karate, and I always try and make it as big as I can, okay? Nice big body movement, okay? So on the outsides of our feet, we're pulling our quads back. Our hips are kind of open, our chest is open, heads up, okay? Nice and relaxed. Then put your 2 hands in front, okay? So all I want you to do now is, we're going to focus on shoulder and hip movement at the same time. So a lot of the time, for years, people just say to me, use your hip, use your hip, use your hip. In the last 8-9 years, everybody's been talking about their core, okay? And we were told, don't use your shoulder. We're too heavy with our shoulder. So a lot of Westerners, these thought would say, punch like this with big shoulder movement. But I think we have to use both, okay? At the same time, in a coordinated way to transfer power, okay? So we're just going to do a simple exercise now to try and get you to move your shoulder and your hip together, okay? Just like a Yakizuki kind of exercise, okay? So we're going to keep our hands open and put them in front. So that's going to stop us having any tension in our shoulder. Because usually when we tense our fists, everything starts getting very tense and the shoulder and neck gets tense. So just keep your hands open. Keep your feet out. This all pull back, chest open, and hands forward. And what I want you to do is focus on your left shoulder and your left hip. So squeeze your left glute, okay? And just push your left hand forward. Just about the length of your other hand, okay? No further than that, okay? And now I want you to squeeze your right glute and push your right shoulder and right hip forward. 2, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, ju. And okay. So all we're doing is squeezing here, squeezing your glute, and by squeezing that, your hip goes forward slightly, okay? Okay, so just do that again, okay? So this time, when you squeeze your glute, I want you to squeeze your lat and also squeeze your stomach down. Get that kind of closure on your stomach, okay? So it's 1, okay? So it's not just your glute. Now it's your lat and your glute and your stomach, okay? Now switch to the other side. Ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, ju. And okay, so can I just for a second? So most people have probably seen this a lot over the last couple of years. Just stand up straight. So we're looking at axis, okay? So here's the axis we're trying to work around. This center axis. Just put your hands out around. So what we want to do is rotate our body around this axis. Forward and back. Without our hips swinging out to the side or to the side. Okay, so just face the camera a bit more. Face the camera, okay? Okay, so we just want to push this hip forward each. Ni, san, shi, go. Good, okay? So that's all we're looking for. In a few minutes, we're going to talk about changing the axis, okay? So this is grand for Yakizuki, going forward. Then we go to do Gazamazuki. So what axis are we using? We're using back here, okay? When we do Yakizuki, we're doing here, okay? We go on to that in a minute. Okay, so now, instead of just keeping both hands out, I want you to put 2 fists out, okay? But just because you're squeezing your fists now, don't let your shoulders become all tight, okay? So we're going to do the exact same now. We're just going to try and push our shoulder, or our fist forward, only about this much, okay? Just the width of the length of a fist, okay? So you're still using your glute, your lat, and your stomach, just to push out that one piece. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, ju. And yelling. Okay, so now we're going to try and do a punch, Yakizuki punch, okay? So try and keep that same thing again, right? Everything we just talked about a minute ago. Outside of our feet, pull our quads back, squeeze our glutes a little bit, open our chest, head up straight, hands out front, okay? So now we're going to punch with our left side. So just let this punch go about 1 inch or 2, and this one we're going to pull back, okay, as much as we can, okay, nice and strong, okay? Okay, ready, each. Now we're going to switch. So pull this one back, squeeze with your right glute, right lat, and stomach. Ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, ju. And you're in. And relax. Good. So hopefully your upper body feels a bit more relaxed now. And you're getting the feel. You're squeezing your glute. You'll have buns of steel tomorrow. And you're squeezing your lat and trying to squeeze your stomach, okay? Okay, good. Okay, So that's Yakizuki, punching around this central axis. Now what I want to do is I want to look at doing Gizamazuki, okay? So we're going to look at 3 hip movements. One for doing Gizamazuki. I might like to use Niko Achi Dashi to practice some of these hip movements. So, especially Gizamazuki, I want to focus on my right hip and right shoulder. That's my rotation point, right? Okay? That's the axis I'm going to rotate on now. So we'll just show you. So we're going to Niko Achi Dashi. So on my right leg, this is my right leg, this is my left, okay? And I'm going to put my right hand out, so my hips are in Shomen, okay? And now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to push off this leg because it's bent, and I'm going to rotate, okay? So, if you look at it, this shoulder and this hip, I'm rotating them there, okay? As I step forward. So I'm thrusting off my right leg, but I'm using this as my axis of rotation. Run, okay? For Gizamazuki. And back, okay? So focus on this right hip and right shoulder and right hip. Try and focus on them to keeping them straight, and you're rotating your torso on the rest of it, okay? Okay, we try that 5 times. So, in Niko Achi Dashi, so your right leg is bent, your left foot is up, right hand is out for Yakizuki. Hips are Shomen. Sorry, I'll try and do it more towards the camera. Okay? And what we're going to do now is push off our right leg. So our right leg is heavily bent, and we're going to try and rotate on our right shoulder. Each, and back. Knee, and back. San, and cheek, and back. Go, and back. Good. So just do it again. So just do another 5 O'Connor. Face the camera. That's it. So get that foot more over the top. Bend down on this one more. Okay, each. Knee. Back. San. Shi. Go. Rok. Shich. Ach. Gu. Ju. Okay, good. So when we're doing Gizamazuki, we're pushing off this leg. That's our body movement, okay? So we're trying to get our whole body weight to go forward. So we do, okay? So everything is pushing from here. So the thrust of this and then the twist to make us go forward. But make sure the Gizamazuki is going dead forward, okay? It's not going out to the side, that you're stepping straight into the punch, okay? Do another 5 now. Okay, ready? Each. Knee. San. Shi. Go. And yamen. Good, try the other leg. Okay, this time I'm going to Niko Achi Dashi on our left leg. So our left hand is out. Okay, so this is my left hand. Left leg. Right leg. Okay, do the same again. Each. Knee. San. Shi. Go. And relax. So remember, try and keep this axis. That's the one you're turning on, okay? And back. So we're rotating around this one. Okay, come on. And back. Out. And back. Out. And back. Okay, last 5. Okay, keep 5 more. Okay, ready? So 1 count out and back. Each. Knee. San. Shi. Go. Good, now relax. Okay, so that's Gizamazuki. Now we're going to do the Yakizuki. So we do it very similar. From Niko Achi Dashi again, okay? So, start on your right leg. And this time we're going to put our left hand out. And we're going to start the hand, okay? So, we're going to move our left leg out. Okay, and then we're going to thrust off our back leg. Okay, and that gets us so far, that gets us to here, okay? But it doesn't allow us to transfer our whole body weight forward, okay? So when we get to here, now we have to focus on squeeze our glute, our quad, and our inner abductors, okay? To get that extra squeeze going forward, okay? So we want to get our whole body weight to go into the punch, okay? So it's not just that we punch here with this leg, and then we run out of steam, okay? So I've gone this as far as I can stretch. When we get to here, now we want to drop and squeeze those muscles to get us that extra inch or 2, okay? which is the just punch beyond the point of contact. Okay? Okay, try that again. Actually, one thing to try before that. I call it the limp drag. There's an English comedian called Nicky Flanagan, and he does this. So just try this with me. Put your just stand up, nice and relaxed. And what I want you to do is just put your left leg forward, and then I want you to think of your right shoulder and right hip. I want you to drag again, like you have a dead leg, forward. Okay, do that again. So we go 1, 2. Okay, again, 1, 2. Okay, so we're just dragging this leg. It's like it weighs 100 tons. And you're trying to keep your shoulder, your hip, and your leg together. Each, and back. Knee, and back. Stand, and back. Chi, and back. Go, and back. Okay, now I want you to do it with a punch. Okay? So keep your hand cupped on your hip. And when your hip and your shoulder go in, let your hand go in. Okay? So let your body weight go forward. Your whole body weight go forward. Okay, stand. Chi. Go. Okay. So that's the feeling we want to get when we finish the Yakizuki. That all of this is gone forward, okay? Okay, ready again? So Niko Achidachi. In hand me. Left arm out. So we're going to push, thrust off this or propel off this leg. Put this leg down. And then let our whole shoulder, hip, body, squeeze and punch. 1. Arm back. Knee. Arm back. Stand. Arm back. Chi. Arm back. Go. Arm back. Rock. Arm back. Chich. Arm back. Ach. Arm back. Go. Arm back. Ju. Arm back. And your name. Now relax, take a break from me. Good. Okay, so we've done 2 hip movements there. One is Yakizuki, where we're opening the hip, and the other is Yakizuki, where we're closing the hip, okay? So we just do 10 on each side, 10 on the left side now, with the Yakizuki, and then we put them together and we do Sanbonzuki. Okay? Okay, ready again. So back to our Niko Achidashi. So this is my left leg. Okay? This is my right leg. Right hand out. So right leg, right hand out. Left hand on my hip. And I'm in Hamidachi. Okay? So I'm going to let my right leg go forward. And now I'm going to transfer all my weight by squeezing. 1, okay? Arm back. 2, arm back. 3, arm back. 4, arm back. 5, arm back. 6, arm back. 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're in. Good. Okay, so we've got 10 minutes left. So now we're going to do Sanbonzuki. So what we've just done is the first 2 movements of Sanbonzuki. Okay? First step, open, slightly handy. Second, Yakizuki. And then the third technique is the one we practice now in a second. Okay. So everybody just join. So nice and relaxed now, okay? No tension. Just step back down, right? Okay, so just step up. Start to step forward into your first punch for Sanbonzuki, okay? So we're going to pull our legs together to here. Now we were just here a minute ago when we did Niko Achidachi, okay? And now we're going to punch. So we're going to propel off our left leg, okay? And use our left shoulder and left hip as the axis. 1, okay? And now we're going to do our Yakizuki. So we're going to propel off our back leg and then squeeze here for Yakizuki, okay? And now our hip is in 100%, okay? It's in Shomen. Our back leg is fully extended, okay? So what hip movement are we going to use with our right hand for our third punch? So what we got to do is we got to bend our, let our hip go back, and then drive it in again for the last punch, which is our classic shoulder kan oizuki, okay? So just try that again. So actually, I'll tell you what to do. just put your right leg forward. Okay? Punch the Yakizuki with your left hand. Okay. So now take your left hip, bend your knee, let your hip come back, and then drive your left hip in as you punch with your right hand. Okay? And again, we're getting that squeeze here for our Izuki. Okay? So do it again. So we're left hand side punch to the Yakizuki. Okay? So we're going to release this hip back and then drive it in again for the last punch. Okay? So we've done our first punch. We're slightly handling on the first one. Now we're going to do the Yakizuki. 2. Now we're going to release the hip and drive it again fast for the last Izuki. Okay? Or last punch on the spot, Chunzuki. Okay? Okay, try that 3 or 4 times. Okay, from Gedambara. So come up to your Nikawachi Dashi position first. Each. Now we're going to drive out. So when we land in this, we don't do in Sambozuki. I don't do anyway. I don't do Oizuki with my left hip, lock hip. Okay? I do it slightly handy. Okay? So it's more like a Zamazuki. Then I'm going to drive in for Yakizuki. Then I'm going to release my hip and drive in again for Yakizuki or for Chunzuki. Okay? Okay. So 3 hip movements. Focus on the hip movement, not on how strong your upper body is. Okay? Okay, ready again. So Nikawachi Dashi 1. Now drive out off your back leg. Use your left shoulder, left hip as your axis each. Now we're going to use our right shoulder, right hip as our axis in this case. So we're not moving this. We're swinging our whole body around with the Yakizuki. And then we're going to release our left hip, and we're going to use this axis again. Sam. Okay, good. So just watch again. Do you do? So just do it sideways, diagonal. Okay. Yeah, like. So Connor's going to do the first one. Okay. So this is his first axis. Okay. So just go into the Gedambara right for me. Okay. So he's going to step forward each, and he's going to step out. So this is his first axis here. Okay. Now he's going to switch the axis to here. So his shoulder and the hip aren't going to move. He's going to bring all the rest of his body around this axis. Go. Okay? And then he's going to release this hip, let it come back, and then he's going to drive in on his right axis again. Go. Good. Okay? So 3 axes. Or we're shifting the axis. First time, it's on our back leg. Second time, third time, it's on our front leg. Okay? Okay. Now we're just going to shut up and do it. Okay? Okay. 3 times if you can. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm relaxed. Good. Have a quick drink of water. Okay, so you only got a few minutes left. So I had loads more I wanted to do, but we're out of time. So we're going to do one more punching combination. Very similar to what we just did. So we just do it slowly. So this time, start from Kaman. Okay? And again, we're going to use our back shoulder, back hip to do Kazamazuki. 1, on the spot. Now we're going to pull our hips together. Step up and step Oizuki. 2. So this is our classic Oizuki. Shotokan Oizuki. So our hip is in Shomen. So to get some movement now forward, I'm going to move my back leg. Okay? So I'm going to bring my back leg in halfway and then drive Yakizuki. Okay? So I'm going Zamazuki, step Oizuki, Yakizuki. Okay? So we're doing it with Connor. Just move over this way, see? So just don't do it. So if you're thinking Kumite, I'm thinking Zamazuki, Oizuki, Yakizuki. Okay? 3 punches. Again. So we're thinking, this one gets them moving, this one is faster, and then I follow up and get them on the third one, okay? Okay, just try that. 3 times only. I swear only 3 times. Okay, ready? Ich, ni, san. Ich, ni, san. Turn. Ich, ni, san. Ich, ni, san. Turn. Two more. Ich, ni, san. Ich, san. Turn. Ich, ni, san. Ich, ni, san. And turn. And you're ready. And relax. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, last thing we're going to do now. We're going to do that same technique. We're going to put a kick in, okay? Put my gate in. So the body movement is the exact same. Whether you're stepping forward Yakizuki or whether we're kicking my gate. It's more or less the same thing, okay? So we're here. We go to Yakizuki. We have to close our hip. Okay, step forward Yakizuki. Okay? So when we close our hip, we kick and Shunzuki. And then Yakizuki. Okay? Just give it a try. So, ready? So we're going to go Yakizuki. 1. So this was our axis back here. Now we're going to transfer our axis onto the front, the left-hand side. So we're going to close our hip. As we do, we move forward, kick Maigari, then Shunzuki in our Oizuki, and then we're going to move our back leg in and drive the Yakizuki. 1 more. Ready? Yakizuki. 1. So we've got to close our hip. That's the first thing. So if our hips are hand me, we can't kick Maigari, okay? So we've got to close, squeeze, kick Maigari, Yakizuki, or Oizuki, and then Yakizuki. Okay. So if you have that, do 3 times fast, then we're finished. Then end. Okay, ready? Come on. Each. Back. Knee. Down. Do 2 more. She. Last one. Go. Hey. And yame. And relax. Okay, just swing your arms. Shake your head. Stretch forward. Squat down. Stretch up. Bend your knees, roll up. Twist your hips. Okay, so we just finished. So, just say this. So just want to repeat the dojo con. I'm not just going to do it in 1 word dojo con. Very simple. Okay, but I always think it's very important. Okay, repeat the dojo con. Character. Sincerity. Effort. Etiquette. Self-control. Shomani. Right? What did I need? Right? Okay, so that's me finished. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of the class. Again, many thanks to Martin Sensei and Nadia Sensei. This is a fantastic platform. Delighted to be able to take part. And I'll respond to all the comments later on tonight. So delighted we've had so many people take part. Okay? Okay, much appreciated. Thank you.